We have plenty of voltage. We have our 3 green in our CAS window, so that lets us know the auto start sequence will work. You'll see the new range for the pitch trim and rudder trim. They widened that up a little bit, so you have more flexibility. And you see now the rudder trim is now to the left of the center position as a result of that gurney flap having been installed.
Yeah.
So, our temperature's good.
So will that pitch trim not squawk? It's like sitting on the top of the pedal.
Correct. So you can see that on the old one, it was
very narrow.
It was very narrow, so you have more of a window. So if you just park it right at the top, yeah, she won't yell at you.
Okay, perfect.
So plenty of fuel, plenty of voltage. Get our fuel pumps to manual, ignitions to manual. We're clear left and right.
I'll be transiting.
I've noticed the sound signature is a little bit different.
Yeah, a little higher pitched.
And spools up very quickly.
Yeah, nice.
So they did put a bigger battery. There's also a built-in battery tender receptacle installed at the factory now.
Protected on the ground?
The stall heat is inhibited on the ground, and the pitot heat is limited to just a few amps on the ground with the weight on wheel switch. So that's just part of my after start flow.
Okay, that's all right. But now do you check and make sure that that limitation is working? That's pretty high amps.
Yeah, it'll turn itself down if it gets too warm.
Okay.
And the stall heat
status, but here as well, you'll hit that and re-verify. We see we have one out of date, which is normal because it's the flight charts. They don't give us a promotional account.
So does this software version bring up checklists with the CAS messages?
Yeah, so it has the CAS link checklist, excuse me. So typically, if we were to hit our checklist button here, we choose which one we would like. If we had a failure come up on screen, when we hit that button, the appropriate checklist will be displayed there. We don't have to go get the POH. We don't have to go digging through emergency procedures and then go find.
And this is kept up to rev level as per the database.
Yeah.
172 Delta.
Sweet. And with the new GDL 60, all the updates and everything just get pushed to the aircraft, which is nice. I mean, there are some.
And that's
some
internet or
no, it's got its
XM,
own. It's got its own basically cell signal. So it's basically got a cell phone on board. It obviously can't make calls with it, but it's got its own transceiver and also Wi-Fi. So if it's picking up a Wi-Fi signal or
just
LTE,
like an iPad,
just like an iPhone or an iPad, it sees the signal. It will automatically download database updates, charts, whatever you're subscribed to. You can punch into the airplane remotely, check the oil temperature, the fuel level, the battery level. So it's a really neat feature to have on the airplane.
Like a Porsche.
Yeah, pretty much. So one nice thing, another feature that I really dig on the airplane, so you see we have our kind of bird's eye view on our synthetic vision, is we also now have a taxi routing function that's available. So you can hit this, and we just say, all right, it knows where we are. We can hit 3-4. We're going to taxi to 3-4. And it basically knows there's only one way to go. Sometimes at uncontrolled fields where there's only one taxiway, it won't give you this. If we were somewhere like Dulles or whatever, as you go through, it would just have, taxi to 3-4 via, Alpha 4, hold short of this, and they're all sequenced. So when you hit one, it knows what can be next. So as the controller's talking to you, you can literally just hit the button as they're giving you the taxi routing, and then it puts up a little line, read it back, and then it puts on the map. It gives you, basically active guidance on the ground. It's pretty cool.
That's an important safety feature.
Yeah, absolutely. So that is kind of the big stuff for now. We'll get us moved since they're probably sick of listening to us. All right, we're just going to get out ahead of him.
Okay.
Carroll County traffic, M600 is departing runway 34. Will be departing to the northeast. All right, get everything on.
I'd like to see auto throttles on this.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. It's the one thing with the throttle on this. There's a bit more of a lag, so it's just as sensitive as the 500 and 600. However, the lag when you make power inputs is a little more defined.
Uh-huh.
All right. And
let's go for 3,500.
Thank you. And runway 34 alignment is confirmed. Ready?
Yes. Some D-bars, maybe?
Yeah, thank you. All right.
Speed's alive.
Carroll County traffic, Cherokee 70.
Gauge is green.
Midfield right down, 134, Carroll County.
Annunciator clear. 60 cross check. That's about
Delta,
750 feet. That's pretty good.
Delta, final, 344, touch.
And we rotated 75. And you can see climbing at VX is uncomfortable.
Well, I'm not surprised. That's, you know, that's a short field technique, and normally we do that
traffic land, there 441
down
Bravo,
low.
just 5 miles to the northwest, cross the center
But
line.
I like a 130 knot climb because it's pert near ice penetration and
Cherokee
VA.
70, Juliet, right base, 34, full stop, Carroll County.
Where's this type entry 302 to the left, base
02, left full center.
So shall we find Shiloh?
Sure, I'm going to go to 17.5. That's appropriate.
Carroll County traffic, Cherokee 170.
Just the auto throttle over torquing,
Uh-huh.
as she is prone to do.
Cherokee number 377, Romeo, left cross 102.
Carroll County traffic M700 is departing the pattern on the right, cross one to the east. All right.
Okay, you're slaved up.
Why did that not?
Carroll County traffic, Cherokee 70, Juliet, final approach 34, full stop, Carroll County.
All right.
Very nice.
Say again?
Very nice.
Yeah. You can see at VY, once we settle in, our rate of climb is going to be
Neighbor traffic land clear 441 Bravo Echo is left down.
low to mid 2,000 feet a minute.
Yeah, it's very good.
Yeah, so I've done, I flew from Baltimore to Vero Beach.
May I set this to manual 130?
Sure.
Which first segments, that's where I am, 130.
I'm hanging this sucker on the prop, number one. If they see 2,000 feet a minute, they're going to get me up higher, faster.
Good point.
She's a lot thirstier than the 600, so unless I'm in ice, I'm climbing at VY.
Well, you could climb it less than 130 unless you're in ice.
Correct, yeah. So, my trip from Baltimore to Vero Beach with serial number 3, I went from sea level to 280 in 15 minutes. And I got to 280, I was doing 300 knots at max, just below max continuous, on 300, I think it was 345 pounds per hour.
That's a little much.
I'm sorry?
That's a little much, yeah.
It's about just under 50 gallons per hour. At the normal cruise, though, here's the difference. At normal cruise, you're doing about 290 knots on 45 gallons per hour.
Roger that.
So the last 10 knots, you can get there, but the fact of the matter is you're still burning about 10 gallons per hour less than a TBM. You are going about 15 to 20 knots slower. I've spoken to a number of 960 owners who basically, to a T, they've all told me the fastest they've ever seen is 317, 315.
Yeah. Well, it's a great new airplane. I'm glad I had a chance to.
Yeah, she's
see it up front.
A hot rod.
So we got that hairpin turn going. Tell you what, go to OBS and select 100 on the course. All right, there's Shiloh right there.
Well, I was going to turn back towards the airport. We go northwest-ish.
Runway traffic, 13405, turn in final for runway 5, get ready.
Yeah, so this crosshair, you're the only pilot I've ever known to prefer this over the D-bars.
It's leftovers from my Dash 8 days. And it was a, you know, you can do it in the PC-12 and on this, so like, why not?
Yeah, why not? This is a heck of a climber.
Yeah.
For a turboprop. So is this the latest software available?
Yeah, so this is system release 7. So you've got the CastLink checklist, you've got taxiway routing,
nice.
The GDL 60 enablement.
Is this one so enabled?
Yes.
Can you demonstrate that?
If you have an iPad, you can connect to it. If you have to have the Garmin Pilot app installed and a profile set up, so it'll be difficult to show that.
All right.
You can still, so it will still take the ADSB information and send it to your ForeFlight. Instead of doing it through the Bluetooth, you just do it through the GDL 60, and you would just pair this to the internal Wi-Fi.
Okay, you don't have to do all that. I'm disappointed to learn that you have to use Garmin Pilot.
You have to use the Garmin Pilot app, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not willing to give up my ForeFlight.
Well, you can still use ForeFlight.
Yeah.
But to do the database updates and check the battery and all the other stuff through the GDL 60, that has to be done on the Garmin Pilot. But ForeFlight, it will still talk to ForeFlight just like a FlightStream 510. So just imagine a FlightStream 510 on steroids that actually works.
So I could use. So are you able to pair a device?
Yes.
Without Garmin Pilot?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. So that works the same as in the old days, right?
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
All right. Why don't we go direct hertz? Not hertz. Units.
Unitas. Well, I just want to do a speed run here, VFR speed run.
All right.
This is one of my favorite things to do with passengers, or prospects rather, because this is what for me, going between here and in Rhode Island, I'm flying over New York's airspace all the time.
Yeah.
So if I were to fly in the flight levels, the routing they would give to me adds about 30 minutes to my flight. If I fly at 17.5, I'm burning more fuel, but I save 30 minutes, and I'm still going almost the same true airspeed. And we should shake out today about 280 knots, maybe a hair over.
Nice, I feel it trimming down.
Yeah. All right, so we're at about just under 280 knots true. And check out our range ring here. VFR. Dick, we could go VFR to Las Vegas with one stop. Is that
Sweet.
Unreal?
That's
and this is at 17.5. If we go up to altitude, we're going to be doing the same speed or a bit more. We're going to be burning about 25% less fuel. So that ring just gets 25% bigger. Basically, it will go to where that outer ring is at altitude. So West Coast one stop pretty much every day of the year.
We go to Goose Bay.
Yep. All right, so we'll go down to, we'll just start our descent for now, 6.5. And then let's put in our procedure, approach, RNAV, 16 Unitas, flight course reversal ES. Let's load and activate. And for Unitas, we will go VNAV direct, 3,000 feet. And we got that set, and auto throttle is on.
You could even set 1900. No, you can't set that in there yet. But you could set the VNAV to 1900 at...
I got to hit nav mode.
Yep.
Carroll traffic, Twin Pipers exiting the pattern, heading towards York.
So we could do 1900 at Nisbel in there as well, couldn't we?
We could, but we'd have to stop it at 3,000.
Won't it stop? Because it says blue is true. So if
yeah, it would stop it. Yeah, you are correct. I just did that to do just being direct to Unitas.
Right.
And here too, Dick, with the new software, with the visual approach, you can see on my side, it'll show you the extended center line with the mile markers. So if they tell you to join a 5-mile final, you can just join it right there. It's kind of a cool little feature to have.
Yeah, sort of like Highway in the Sky, only useful.
Precisely.
This is an amazing airplane.
It is. I don't want to give it back.
I don't blame you.
I want to keep this one. This would. Speed checks, gear coming down. All right. Carroll County traffic, M700 midfield right down with 3-4 full stop, Carroll County.
Maryland traffic, turning over 3775 runway departure.
And now in this one, for the landing configuration, where in the M700 we would put the rudder trim in the center position. In this one, we'll just put it on that green, the green reference mark.
Yep.
As you see, as we kick up the yaw damp, as we slow down, that'll come back over.
Once it flaps.
Direct to EMI and climbing left turn. Carroll.
And Carroll County traffic, M700, turn right base, 3-4 full stop, Carroll County. All right. Start the turn early. Carroll County traffic, M700, turn base to final, 3-4 full stop.
.500.
500 touch gears down 3 green. Flaps are now in the takeoff position, selected and indicated. We are ref plus 10, sink in 4, looking good. Carry a lot more torque than I'm used to.
Yeah, but your speed is right where it should be.
It's just we got 20 knots on the nose.
You don't use trim?
I have it trimmed almost all the way up. All right, did.
Carroll traffic, 44 is 2 miles on the 45, runway 34.
Nicely done.
There you go. Carroll County traffic, M700, taxi to the ramp.
Well, thank you for the ride. This
You're
has
welcome,
been wonderful. I'm going to get mine on order as soon as the lottery check drops through the mail.
Well, we know where they build them. All right.
Dick Rochfort, fly safely. Train off.
Carroll traffic, 44 is entering downwind.